Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing good. So in last class, we were discussing about Consumer Protection Act. Consumer Protection Act 2019. So Consumer Protection Act is an act which is made to protect the consumer from unfair trade practices. Okay. So first let us make a quick revision and then we are going to move ahead. I'm sharing the PPT now. So why is Consumer Protection Act made? Consumer Protection Act is made to protect the interest of consumers against deficiency and defects in goods or services consumed for personal use. Whatever, suppose any customer purchase any goods or consume any services for personal use and that goods is defective or deficient and the service is also defective or deficient, then the consumer then such a consumer can can refer to Consumer Protection Act so that the interest of a consumer can get protected. So such consumers which got cheated, to protect the interest of our consumers, there is an act, that is Consumer Protection Act 2019. Consumer Protection Act provides quick and simpler solution to consumer complaint. Whatever the consumer complaints are, their solution is provided very simply and quickly at three levels: at district level, state level, and national level. Right. Right to safety. What are the right of a consumer? Right to safety. Every consumer has a right to safety. The whatever product he is buying, that product must be safe. Right to be informed. Every consumer has a right to get informed about the product. How to use the product, what are the features of product, everything. Every consumer has a right to be informed. Right to choice. Every consumer has a right to choice. Suppose I went to a market to buy a television. So it is my choice. Either I can buy television of Sony company, or television of Samsung company, or television of Panasonic, whichever company I like. Right to be heard. Every person should hear the customer. What are the customer demands? What customer is demanding? What type of product customer wants? So every customer has a right to be heard. Right to seek redressal against unfair trade practices. Every consumer has a right to seek solution against unfair trade practices. Right to consumer education also. Now, before earlier it was Consumer Protection Act 1986. After that, now there is Consumer Protection Act 2019. Now there is Consumer Protection Act 2019. I think there was some network issue. Sorry. So Consumer Protection, the bill, passage of the bill. Consumer Protection Bill 2019 was introduced in Lok Sabha on 8th of July 2019. The bill was passed in Lok Sabha on 30th July 2019. Then it was passed in Rajya Sabha in 6th of August 2019. After that, it has received the acceptance of President on 9th of August 2019. After that, that bill has become an act in 2019. So I told you earlier also, whenever a bill is passed from both the houses of parliament and receive the assent of president, then only that bill can become an act. So Consumer Protection Act is a newly formed act that is formed in 2009. Now why we require the new act, that is Consumer Protection Act 2019? Earlier also there was an act, that is Consumer Protection Act 1986. Then what is the requirement of the new act Consumer Protection Act 2019. Expressions: buy any goods and hire or avail any services include offline or online transactions through electronic means or by telephonic or direct selling or multi-level marketing. But you all know that this online marketing or online shopping, the trend has been very much from last 5 6 years. Now everyone want to buy any product or avail any service from online. By sitting at your home or at your office, you do not have to go to the market. Buying is easy, return is easy, refund is also simpler. So the demand of online shopping is increasing day by day, and as the demand of online shopping is increasing, complaints are also increasing. Online complaints are also increasing simultaneously. And because of that, there was a need that the expression buy any goods or avail any service include both offline and online transaction through electronic means or by teleshopping or direct selling or multi-level marketing. So now the expression buy any goods or avail any services include offline and online transactions through electronic means or by teleshopping or direct selling or multi-level marketing. Not just confined to offline shops, platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, etc. are now included. Online service providers like Urban Clap, Paytm, etc. are also included. Now, product liability, how a product liability is introduced. Suppose a product is manufactured or sold or a service is rendered which is deficient, and because of that it cause any harm to customer, then the product manufacturer or seller or service provider have to compensate to the consumer. What is unfair trade practices? Unfair trade practices is making false statement. Suppose I went to buy I went to buy a mobile phone. The manufacturers told me, the seller told me that this mobile has 20 megapixel of camera and 200 GB of storage. When I purchased the mobile, I come to know that camera is only 10 megapixel and storage only 50 GB. So this is a false statement made by the seller. It is known as unfair trade practice. Misleading advertisement. Suppose the advertisement is misleading. It's saying, suppose the advertisement like Red Bull gives you wings. But the Red Bull, after drinking Red Bull, you do not get wings, obviously. So that advertisement is misleading. It is also considered as unfair trade practices. Permitting of free giveaway scheme that are manipulative. If you are giving something for free and that is manipulative, that is also an unfair trade practice. Sale of substandard good. If you show the customer good standard of good and you are selling the customer substandard of good, then it is also considered as unfair trade practice. Sale of goods or services by creating shortage. If you sell any goods or services by creating shortage, then also it is known as unfair trade practice. Manufacture, sale, or provision of spurious goods and services. But so three more unfair trade practices have been added in Consumer Protection Act 2019. In Consumer Protection Act 2019, three more unfair trade practices have been added. Number one, failure to issue bill or receipt. If the seller does not issue you bill or receipt of the product sold, then it will be considered as unfair trade practice. Refusal to accept the goods returned within 30 days. Refusal to accept the goods returned within 30 days. If The seller sold you the goods on the condition that you can return the goods within 30 days if you do not like it. And when you went to the seller again to return the goods within 30 days, and the seller refuses to take back the goods, then it is considered as unfair trade practice. Disclosure of personal information giving except required by law. So, बच्चों, all these are considered as unfair trade practices. Establishment of Central Consumer Protection Authority. बच्चों, to protect the interest of consumer, the government has established a Central Consumer Protection Authority. Now, what is the Central Consumer Protection Authority? This authority is made to protect the interest of consumer. This authority is made to protect the interest of consumers. Promote, protect, and enforce the right of consumers. Promote, protect, and enforce. Promote, protect, and enforce the right of consumers. So this CCPA, Consumer Central Consumer Protection Authority, promote and protect and enforce the right of consumers. Regulate matters related to consumer. CCPA, Consumer Central Consumer Protection Authority, regulate matters related to consumers. Investigation wing to look into violations. One investigation wing is also made that looks into the matter that is violated. Issue direction to manufacturers, sellers, and service providers. CCPA can issue direction to manufacturer, seller, or service provider if they are doing something wrong, if they are engaged in any unfair trade practice. Manufacturer, seller, or service provider, if they are engaged in any unfair trade practice, then CCPA, Consumer Central Consumer Protection Authority, can issue direction to the manufacturer, seller, or service provider. Imposition of penalty. But so CCPA, Consumer Central Consumer Protection Authority, can also impose penalties on manufacturer, seller, or service provider if they are involved in any unfair trade practice. Orders to recall goods or withdraw services. If any manufacturer, seller, or service provider gives any goods or service which is defective or deficient, then they can order. Then CCPA, Central Consumer Protection Authority, can order to recall goods or withdraw services. Act as regulator. This CCPA also act as a regulator. Got my point, everyone? Role of Consumer Protection Council. What is the role of Consumer Protection Council? To function as advisory bodies. Advise on promotion and protection of consumer rights. Duty of the CCPA. At central and state level, headed by Ministry of Corporate Affairs, a district level district collector. Change in Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Change in Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Level district, state, national. Jurisdiction district up to 1 crore, state 1 crore to 10 crore, national above 10 crore. So, बच्चों, Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission is at three levels: district level, state level, and national level. All the matters up to 1 crore will go to district level. All the matters more than 1 crore but up to 10 crore will go to state level. All the matters above 10 crore will go to national level. This Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission is appointed by central government through notification. Who appoint Dispute Redressal Commission? Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission is appointed by central government through notification and not by selection committee. Easy approachability of commissions. Filing from place of residence of the consumer now included. E-filing of complaints. Rate of complaint to be decided within 21 days. Video conferencing for hearing or examination of parties. How can you approach to commission? You do not need to go anywhere. You can approach the commission from the place of residence also, because there is e-filing now. You can e-file your consumer by sitting at your home through internet. Your complaint will be resolved within 21 days. There will be video conferencing for hearing or examination of parties. It means now by sitting at your home, you can file complaint and your complaint will be resolved within 21 of days. Consumer mediation cell. Reference to mediation whenever scope for early settlement exists and party agrees. No appeal is settled through mediation. Commissions to prepare a panel. Mediation cell to be attached to consumer forum. Reference to mediation whenever scope for early settlement exists and party agrees. Whenever there is any scope for early settlement and the parties agrees, then you can refer to mediation. No appeal is settled through, it means if the complaint is settled through mediation, no appeal can be filed further. Commission will prepare a panel. Mediation panel will decide the judgment of the complaint. Mediation cell to be attached to consumer forums. Penalties by commission. If your complaint you have filed with commission, then what penalty a commission can impose for non-compliance of order? If the order is not compliant, if the order is not compliant as per the commission, that as per the direction of commission, if the order is not compliant as per the director of commission, then you can go to imprisonment up to 3 years, or you have to pay fine up to 1 lakh, or both. So if the order of commission is not compliance, if you do not compliance with the order of commission, then you have to go to imprisonment for 3 years, or you have to pay fine up to 1 lakh, or both. Authority. If you do not comply with the order of authority, if you do not comply with the order of authority, then you have to go imprisonment up to 6 months, or pay or fine up to 20 lakh, or both. Then you have to go imprisonment up to 6 months, or fine up to 20 lakh, or both. False, misleading, and and imprisonment. If you mislead any customer, then the authority can order you to go in prison up to 2 years, or pay fine up to 10 lakh, or both. So what is the meaning of or both? But so if you do not comply with the order of commission, then either you have to go to jail up to 3 years, or you have to pay fine up to 1 lakh, or both. It means you will go to the jail, you will go to imprisonment, and also you have to pay fine. If you do not comply with the order of authority, then you can go jail up to 6 months, or you have to pay fine up to 20 lakh, or both. You have to go to jail as well as you have to pay the fine. Penalties for adulterated and spurious goods. If there is any damaged goods, defective goods, because of that, because of that, no injury caused to the customer, no injury has been caused to the customer, then you have to go jail up to 6 months, or you have to pay fine up to 1 lakh. If any injury is caused to customer, then you have to go jail up to 1 year, and you have to pay fine up to 3 lakh. If customer is seriously injured, if any customer is seriously injured, then you have to go to jail up to 7 years or pay fine up to rupees 5 lakh. If any customer dies because of the goods or the services you given to customer, then you have to go to jail up to 7 years or you have to pay fine up to 10 lakh or both. Got my point? Again, I'm repeating. If the goods that you sold is defective or deficient and no injuries caused to customer, then you have to go to imprisonment for 6 months and fine up to rupees 1 lakh. If the goods you are sold is spurious or adulterated goods, then the injury cost will be, if the injury is caused to the customer, then you have to go to jail up to 1 year and you have to pay fine up to rupees 3 lakh. If the goods sold to the customer is adulterated or spurious and customer is seriously injured, then you can go to jail up to 7 years or pay fine up to rupees 5 lakh. If the goods sold is adulterated or spurious goods and customer dies because of that, then you have to go jail up to 7 years or pay fine up to rupees 10 lakhs. So, bachcho, this was Consumer Protection Act. I hope you all have understood now what is Consumer Protection Act. Now, bachcho, let us move ahead. I am sharing another PPT with you now. Just a minute, I am sharing the PPT. There is some network issue, I guess. Now, Bachchu, we are going to start a new topic, that is alternative dispute remedies. What is alternative dispute remedies? ADR, alternative dispute remedies. This topic we are going to start now. Indian judiciary is one of the oldest judicial systems, a world-renowned fact. But nowadays, it is also well-known fact that Indian judiciary is becoming inefficient to deal with pending cases. Indian courts are clogged with long unsettled cases. But we all know that in India, judicial system is very weak. The number of pending cases are increasing day by day. The number of unsettled cases are increasing day by day, and it is becoming difficult, or you can say inefficient, for the Indian judiciary to solve the cases, because every day the cases are increasing day by day. This scenario is that even after setting up more than 1,000 fast track courts that already settled millions of cases, the problem is far from being solved as pending cases are still piling. बच्चों, the fast track courts have already settled millions of cases. The government has set up some fast track courts where cases are settled very fast. After setting of fast track courts, millions of cases have settled, but the problem is still very far from being solved, as pending cases are still piling up. There are so much pending cases that courts keeps giving dates, and cases went for 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. That is the reason, because pending cases are too much to deal with such a situation. Now, to deal with such a situation, ADR, alternative dispute remedy, or you can say alternative dispute resolution, can be helpful mechanism. It resolves conflict in a peaceful manner where the outcome is accepted by both the parties. So, to deal with such a situation where number of pending cases are increasing day by day, so instead of going to the court, you can resolve your problem through ADR, alternative dispute resolution mechanism. It resolves the conflict in a peaceful manner where the outcome, whatever the outcome is, accepted by both the parties. One of the most important feature of alternative dispute resolution is it resolves dispute in cost-effective manner, less time consuming and produce desired result. But so if you go to court for any case, you will have to hire a lawyer and the lawyer will charge fees. But in ADR, you do not have to hire any such lawyer. So it is a cost-effective manner. Plus, your time will be consumed. The cases resolved through ADR resolve very fast. So, most important feature of ADR is it resolves dispute in cost-effective manner, which is less time consuming and produce desired results. ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution Mechanism, is capable of providing a substitute to the conventional method of solving disputes. ADR offers to resolve all type of matter including civil, commercial, industrial and family etc. Where people are not able to start any type of negotiation and reach the settlement. Generally, ADR uses neutral third party who help the parties to communicate, discuss the differences and resolve the dispute. It is a method which enables individuals and groups to maintain cooperation, social order, and provide opportunity to reduce hospitality. But in ADR, you have to hire a third person, and both the parties in the dispute will resolve their matter through the help of this third person. So, this method helps individuals or groups to maintain cooperation, social order, and provide opportunity to reduce hostility. Importance of ADR in India. What is the importance of alternative dispute resolution in India? To deal with the situation of pendency of cases in courts of India, ADR plays a significant role in India by its diverse techniques. Alternative dispute resolution mechanism provide significantly developed techniques to Indian judiciary which helps in reducing the burden on the courts. ADR provide various modes of settlement including arbitration, conciliation, mediation, negotiation and lok adalat. So बच्चों, to deal with the situation where number of pending cases in the court is increasing day by day, if you also take your case in the court, so obviously it will take a long time to get resolved. Now, here comes the ADR. ADR plays a significant role in India by its diverse technique. Alternative dispute resolution mechanism provides scientifically developed technique to Indian judiciary which help in reducing burden on the courts. Now when people start moving towards ADR, now many cases are solved through ADR, so burden of Indian courts are reducing and the number of pendency cases are also reducing. ADR provide various mode of settlement which through ADR you can settle your dispute through various modes, which includes arbitration, conciliation, mediation, negotiation, and Lok Adalat. We are going to discuss arbitration, conciliation, mediation, negotiation, and Lok Adalat one by one. Here, negotiation means self-concealing between the parties to resolve their dispute, but it does not have any statutory recognition in India. But so in negotiation, the parties to the dispute negotiate among themselves and try to resolve the dispute. It does not have any statutory recognition in India. Advantages of ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution. What is the advantage of alternative dispute resolution? Number one, less time consuming. People resolve their dispute in short period as compared to courts. So, matter solved through ADR means alternative dispute resolution is less time consuming. Cost effective method. Matter solved through ADR is also cost effective. It saves a lot of money if one undergoes in litigation process. It is free from technicalities of court. Here, informal ways are applied in resolving technique. But just in court, you have to follow the procedure of court. If the court has given you a date, you can go only on date for your matter. Suppose if there is any holiday, then your matter will not be resolved. They will give you a new date. So it is free from all the technicalities of the court. You can went into the courtroom through the help of lawyer. You have to hire a lawyer who will fight your case. So it is free from all the technicalities of court. Here in ADR, informal ways are applied in resolving technique. Informal ways are applied in resolving technique, in resolving dispute. People are free to express themselves without any fear of court of law. In court of law, you cannot speak. You will speak only when the judge or the lawyer asks you to speak. But here in ADR, people are free to express themselves without any fear of court of law. They can reveal the true facts without disclosing it to any court. Here they can reveal true facts without disclosing it to any court. Efficient way. There are always chances of restoring relationship back as parties discuss issue together on same platform. But so if you file any case against a person, suppose my neighbor Mr. Ram was driving the car and I was standing outside my house. I met with an accident with his car. Now, if I will go in the court and file a case against him, obviously our relationship will not be restored as they were. But in ADR, you can resolve your matter very peacefully, socially, and maturely. So, if you resolve your matter as per ADR through the help of ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution, there are always chances of restoring the relationship back as parties discuss their issue together on same platform. It prevents further conflict and maintain good relationship between the parties. It prevent further conflict and maintain good relationship between the parties. It prevent the best interest of the party. It prevent conflict and it maintain good relationship between the parties. Various modes of ADR, alternative dispute resolution. Various mode of alternative dispute resolution. Number one, arbitration. Number two, conciliation. Number four, mediation. Number five, negotiation. What is arbitration? The process of arbitration cannot exist without valid arbitration agreement prior to emergence of dispute. Suppose I met me and my friend Rahul. We started a business of toy shop together. Now, in the agreement, we already put a clause that if there is any dispute between me and my friend Rahul in future, then instead of going to the court, we will resolve the matter through arbitration. So the process of arbitration cannot exist without valid arbitration agreement prior to the emergence of dispute. In this technique of resolution, parties refer their dispute to one or more persons called arbitrator. So, बच्चों, now if there is any dispute between me and Mr. Rahul, so we will refer a dispute to the arbitrator. Decision of arbitrator is bound on both the parties and their decision is called as award. Now, the arbitrator, whatever decision the arbitrator gives, in whosoever favor the arbitrator gives the decision, it is bound between me and Rahul both. That decision is called as award. The object of arbitration is to obtain fair settlement of dispute outside of court without necessary delay and expenses. So, object of arbitration is to obtain fair settlement of dispute outside the court without necessary delay and expense. Got my point, everyone? So this is bachcho arbitration. The process of arbitration, first of all, cannot exist without valid arbitration agreement prior to the emergence of dispute. In this technique, in this technique of resolution, party refer dispute to one or more person called arbitrators. Decision of arbitrator is bound on both the parties or all the parties, and their decision is called as award. The object of arbitration is to obtain fair settlement of dispute outside the court without necessary delay and expenses. Now, bachcho, in next class we are going to discuss about conciliation, mediation, and negotiation. So these are the various modes of alternative dispute resolution ADR: arbitration, conciliation, mediation, negotiation. Arbitration we have discussed. In the next class we are going to discuss conciliation, mediation, and negotiation. Chaliye. Now let us solve some MCQs. I hope now you all know what is ADR. Is there any problem now? Chaliye. Let us do some MCQs now. So please, at the end of every class, we try to solve some MCQs. The reason behind it, MCQs will help you in getting the clarity on the topic. As well as, trust me, your whole topic will get revised if you do the MCQs. So please listen to me very, very carefully and try to solve this MCQs. Protect the interest of consumers against the deficiencies and defect in goods or services consumed for personal use. Consumer Protection Act. B. Sales of Goods Act. C. Environmental Protection Act. D. None of the above. Answer is A. Consumer Protection Act. Expression buy any goods or hire or avail any service include. In Consumer Protection Act, I told you, in Consumer Protection Act 2019, the expression buy any goods or hire or avail any service has included some more things. What is that? Online transaction, B, sorry, offline transaction, B, online transaction, C, offline online transaction, D, none of the above. The expression buy any goods or avail or hire any service include both offline and online transactions. Unfair trade practices include, what is unfair trade practices inclusive of? A. Permitting of free giveaway schemes that are manipulative. B. Sale of substandard goods. C. Sale of goods or services by catering shortage. D. All of the above. Answer is D. All of the above. Three more unfair trade practices that has been added in Consumer Protection Act 2019. बच्चों, in Consumer Protection Act 2019, three more trade practices has been added. A. False statement. B. Misleading advertisement. C. Refusal to accept goods within 30 days. D. None of the above. बच्चों, false statement and misleading advertisement was there before also. So the new unfair trade practice that has been added is number C, refusal to accept a goods return within 30 days. Establishment of Central Consumer Protection Authority. Why Central Consumer Protection Authority has been established? CCPA. A. To protect, promote and enforce the right of consumer. B. To regulate matters relating to consumer. C. Investigation cell to look into investigation. D. All of the above. Answer is D. All of the above. Matters up to 1 crore. Where we take matters up to 1 crore? District level, state level, national level, or whole? Answer is A. District level. Where we take matters above rupees 10 crore. Matters above 10 crore go to district level, state level, national level, or whole? The answer is C. National level. Fates of complaints are to be decided by commission within dash days, 21 days, 24 days, 25 days, 31 days. Fate of complaint to be decided by commission within 21 days. Non-compliance with order of commissions, imprisonment up to. If you do not comply with the order of commission, then you can go to imprisonment up to 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or 4 year. Here I have taught you this. Non-compliance with order of authority, fine up to 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakh, or 40 lakh. So बच्चों, please try to solve these MCQs at your home. MCQs will give a clarity on the topic as well as your whole topic will get revised. Please take a screenshot or a photo. Okay. So I hope everyone have taken the screenshot or photo. So बच्चों, today we have discussed what is Consumer Protection Act and what is ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution. Thank you everyone for joining. See you in next class. In next class, we are going to continue the topic Alternative Dispute Resolution. Also, we are going to start a new topic, that is Companies Act. Thank you for joining. Please take care, stay safe, stay healthy.